Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I am Tamika, and this is what you should be watching, okay? So, guys, with what you should be watching, I basically give you some breakdowns of different movies that you should be watching, okay? These is all genres, no specific order, okay? And some categories that you may hear me put them in sometime, but doesn't necessarily have to, all right? Is if you were under a rock and you missed it, out in theaters and streaming services now, currently watching that I think you should be watching, old school classics, favorites, and honorable mentions, all right? And so with today's list, usually at the beginning of each month, I give you guys, current stuff, right? Stuff that is coming soon on streaming services and theaters and things that are out now. So I will be giving you a lot of shows and movies in this list that are coming out for August. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So number one is Beast. Okay, that is going to be out August 19th in theaters with Mr. Idris Elba himself. Okay, basically he is playing Dr. Nate Daniels' recently widowed husband, okay, who returns to South Africa where he first met his wife a long time ago, right? And he takes this trip that he had planned already with his daughters to a game reserve that is managed by, Martin, an old family friend. And, Martin is also a wildlife biologist. And so while their journey begins of healing, all of a sudden they come into this fearsome fight for survival with a lion, all right? And this, survivor of a bloodthirsty poacher. So obviously some poachers have been messing with the lion. And so by the time he comes across them, he now sees all humans as the enemy. All right. I do want to check that out. And that is Beast coming on, coming in theaters August 19th with Mr. Idris Elba. Okay. Number two, we have Bullet Train. All right. And we got Brad Pitt, Sandra Bullock, Michael Shannon, amongst others inside of this. Right. This will also be coming to theaters. And this is August 5th. And on the train, there are 5 assassins. All right. Each of them are on the train with their own purpose. But unbeknownst to them, there is also 2 more on the train that complicate matters. All right. And that is Bullet Train coming August 5th to theaters. Now we go to number 3, Rogue Agent. This comes out August 12th, 2022. And this is a chilling story of a con man, Robert Freegard, who passed as an undercover MI5 agent, kidnapping victims amid a high-stakes manhunt until the woman who fell for him is essentially the one that ends up bringing him to justice. Okay, so that is Rogue Agent, August 12th. Then we get to Orphan First Kill. I don't know if y'all saw the original Orphan. If you didn't, go ahead and check that out. But this is basically coming August 19th to theaters, right? And so this is the prequel, right? So we get Esther's terrifying saga continues in this thrilling prequel to the original and shocking horror, okay, Orphan. And after orchestrating an escape for a psychiatric facility, Esther travels to America by impersonating the missing daughter of a wealthy family child. Now, number 5 is The Most Hated Man on the Internet. This is already out on Netflix, okay? And it is determined to remove her daughter's photos from a revenge porn site. A persistent mother, launches an online crusade to shut down its cruel founder. And that is The Most Hated Man on the Internet, now playing on Netflix. Then we move along to number 6, Day Shift. I was waiting for this one to come out because I had this down on my list from a couple months back, and I just wanted to know when they was going to release it. So now this will be on Netflix August 5th. This, of course, stars Jamie Foxx, and he is supposed to be a hard-working blue-collar dad who just wants to, provide for his daughter or whatever, right? And she is a quick-witted, person herself, right? And he is living in San Fernando Valley, and he's basically working, or at least she thinks he's working, as this pool cleaner, right? But come to find out, that's really just a front for his real job and his real source of income, that is hunting and killing vampires. And we also got Snoop Dogg in this as well. So that is Day Shift. That will be on Netflix August 5th, 2022. Okay. Then moving on along, number 7, we get the last and final season of Locke Key. This is the 3rd season, and it will be out on Netflix August 10th, 2022. And this final season of Netflix fantasy series based on the comics by Joe Hill, we get the Locke family, who uncover more magic keys as they face this new demonic, foe who's dead set on possessing the keys. That is Locke Key season 3, the final season, August 10th, 2022, for anybody that's interested. Then number 8, we get Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Okay, this is the movie. This is August 5th as well, and it will be on Netflix as well. This is a Netflix original series for kids, basically showing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and their mystique ninja powers are put to the test when ruthless creatures from another universe look to unleash extreme chaos on them, okay? And so that is the Ninja Turtles, and that will be August 5th on Netflix. And that is number 8. Number 9, we now go to Prey, okay? Prey also coming out on August 5th, okay? We got a lot of stuff coming August 5th, right? And this will be on Hulu. This is a prequel to Predator, y'all, all right? So Prey is set in a world of the Comanche Nation 300 years ago, right? And we follow this young woman named Maru, who is a fierce and highly skilled warrior set out to protect her people. And that is going to be Prey, August 5th on Hulu, okay? Moving on along, we get number 10, Mike. This is a limited series also on Hulu. This will be out August 25th, and this is about none other than Mike Tyson, right? So Mike explores the dynamic, controversial story of Mike Tyson. It's an 8-episode limited series where they explore the tumultuous ups and downs of Tyson's boxing career and personal life, from being a loved global athlete to a pariah and back again. And that is Mike, limited series, August 25th on Hulu. Then we go to number 11, The Patient, also a limited series and on Hulu as well. That will be on August 30th. The Patient is a psychological thriller about a therapist, Alan Strauss, who is held prisoner by a patient, right, who reveals himself to be a serial killer. Sam has an unusual therapeutic demand for Alan to curb his homicidal urges. And that is The Patient, coming on Hulu August 30th, and that is number 11. Number 12 now is going to be Reservation Dogs. So if you was already watching this, I don't know. I've actually never checked it out, but it's 2 seasons up there. It's also on Hulu. It will be back August 3rd. Put it in the comments and let me know if you are watching it. But this is an FX on Hulu about a group of indigenous teenagers in Oklahoma who do various acts of crime as a source of income. Their main goal is to get out of Oklahoma and to venture to California to live out their dreams, right? This series was released in 2021 and will be heading into their 2nd season, which will consist of 4 episodes in total. The first 2 episodes will be released on August 3rd, with the last 2 premiering the 10th and the 17th of the month. And that is number 12, Reservation Dogs. Now we get to number 13. Number 13 is C on Apple TV. This will be out August 26, 2022. They are up to season 3, okay, and will be set 1 year since Marble Bob Voss defeated his nemesis brother Edo and went to live in the forest. Baba is forced to return to society and protect his tribe, though when a Samaritan scientist develops a new devastating form of sighted weaponry that threatens the future of humanity. That is C on Apple TV, August 2022. And that is number 13, y'all, okay? Number 14 is The Outlaws, okay? That will be on Prime August 5th, and this is season 2. Now, Elgin James and Stephen Merchants, I think it says, British crime, comedy, The Outlaws, sees the Misfits group of strangers, including Christopher Walken now. I love me some Christopher Walken, serving community service, right? And they're yanked back into the world of organized crime when a drug lord comes looking for his money that they found, all right? That's not good. Then number 15 is 13 Lives. Okay, this is August 5th on Prime. Ron Howard directs this thriller film about the 2018 Dalmun Thai cave rescue of a boys soccer team with a coach by an international group of cave divers. Is one of the 3 projects about this rescue, okay? So they have one including National Geographic that's already been released, one that will be coming to Disney, and one that will be on Netflix of upcoming limited series. So either way you look at it, if you want to know about this story, you're going to have about 4 things to choose from, okay? Then moving on along, we have number 16, A League of Their Own. And y'all know how I talk about it. I don't like when they do these daggone remakes, y'all. A League of Their Own is basically coming August 12th on Prime. You know, this is a redo of Penny Marshall's classic 1992 baseball film, okay? And it gets extra innings in this episode series about the formation of the World War II era all-women's basketball team. The setup is mostly the same, but a longer runtime, right? And so it will cover over 30 years of progressive cultural movements, which means that it can possibly explore race and sexuality more fully. Now, in a way, I'm here for this. You know, I'm going to still watch it and then judge it, because sometimes they surprise you and it actually turns out good. And when that happens, I don't mind giving credit where credit is due. I'm definitely one of those people that be like, why do y'all have to keep remaking stuff? But I will say that as far as the original League of Their Own, as much as I love that movie, it was kind of like, you know, annoying that they didn't show any black women, right? We had like one part where she throws the ball to the black woman. Of course, it had to be like separation. So I noticed that in the preview for this one, we're seeing where a black woman went and tried out for it. And, you know, I guess she basically was having a hard time. They didn't want her. They didn't want her on the team or whatever. And we will be able to get more about their story included in this as well, and they would be able to go more in depth since it is a series as opposed to it being an hour and a half or 2-hour movie. So again, I will give it a chance and see how it goes. You know, put it in the comments, let me know if this is anything you're interested in and if you like the original movie, okay? Now moving on along, we get number 17, Samaritan. This will be out on Prime August 26th, right? And this is basically a dark superhero movie that was supposed to come out in 2020 but got held back. You know, they had delays. It got pushed back to 2022. And instead of it being in theaters, it's coming on Prime, basically. This is with Sylvester Stallone, who gets, you know, who is a superhero named Samaritan who goes into hiding after 20 years. And so a young boy figures out who he is and encourages him to hit up those streets again, okay? We need you out here in these streets, okay? So that is the Samaritan at number 17, right? Then we get number 18, She-Hulk, okay? August 17th on Disney. Now, I wasn't originally looking forward to this one, but since seeing the preview and hearing more about her, you know, seeing the trailer, I'm kind of looking forward now, all right? Maybe good. You never know. I'm not going to knock them before I try it, right? And so this is Jennifer Walters, who, of course, is an attorney specializing in, you know, superhuman-oriented legal cases. Jennifer must navigate the life of a single woman and also be able to, you know, work in the law firm and be able to handle business, you know what I'm saying, outside when she needs to. And, of course, she is, you know, just so happens to be a woman that is green, 6'7" superpower Hulk. All right. Over the course of 9 episodes, we will be following her and seeing what this is all about. And that is She-Hulk coming in at number 18, and it will be on Disney August 17th. Now we get to number 19, House of Dragons, okay, August 21st on HBO. This is the prequel, of course, to the series Game of Thrones. You know, I did love Game of Thrones, was a big fan of it, did not like the way that it ended. And so I'm going to try to give this a shot and, you know, pretend that that whole thing didn't happen and just look at this for what it is. But this is set centuries before Game of Thrones. The series centers around the Targaryen family as they fight to control the Iron Throne. And that is, of course, House of the Dragon, August 21st on HBO. Now, last but not least, we are going to get number 20, Power. Raising Kanan season 2. You know, Power Book 3, right? On Starz, August 14th. I am looking forward to this. I actually think I like between this and BMF the most out of all of the, Power Universe. And I know BMF does not necessarily fall in the Power Universe, but I do like it a lot. And as we enter this second season, season 2, Raquel Thomas has gained control over the city drug trade, but her son is slipping away. Kanan will return to Queens, okay, but he is uncertain of where his place is and what he needs to be doing, what his future is going to be in the family business. And because of Detectives Howard lingering secret, he's even more uncertain of his past. Kanan searches for the truth while Rock expands her business into a hostile mafia territory, all right? And Lulu has other plans that revolve around him and his failing record label, but Rock isn't about to let that mess up her side hustle, or get in the way of her expansion. Although Marvin remains Rock's, soldier through and through, he also struggles with his relationship with Jukebox and is basically trying to get forgiveness and become the father that he never was. And the ties that bond them as a family seems like it's unraveling. So Rock will stop at nothing to hold them together. And that is basically Raising Kanan, okay. Book 3, season 2, that will be coming in August 14th. That is my last, number 20. And I will probably be doing reviews on that as well. So that is my list this week, you guys, for all things coming in August, all right? Let me know if you're interested in any of these, if you plan on watching any of them, what your thoughts are about them. Let me also know anything else that you are watching, okay? Sharing is caring. Put it in the comments. Tell me about it, and I can tell some of my subscribers or anybody that views these videos about it so we can all get into it, all right? And if you watch anything that I suggested, please come back and let me know if you liked it, you didn't like it, if there's nothing on this list that you like. Check out my other ones, all right? It may be one up there, okay? So put it all in the comments. Let's discuss. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Till next time, Tulu.